Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for Crime Unveiled with Courtney Bennett on this Tuesday evening. We're actually going to highlight a Crime Stoppers case that's been unsolved since October of 2020. I'm going to pull up my shared screen right here. So this is Mariah Henderson. At 18 years old, she was shot while driving her car on Clio Road near Myrtle Avenue after leaving the BP gas station on Flint's north side. She later died from her injuries, but there's been a plea from her family over the course of nearly 5 years to find whoever did this. I talked to the Flint Police Department, and they tell me that they are, in fact, still investigating this. So anyone with information can obviously submit a tip anonymously to Crime Stoppers. That number is 1-800-422-5245. You can also submit those tips online. I had the opportunity to sit down and talk to Mariah's grandmother, who Mariah lived with her here in Flint. This is a little bit of what she had to say when she found out that Mariah had been shot. Again, this happened Tuesday, October 6th of 2020. Here's what her grandma said.
It was later at night. I was in the bed because earlier that day, Mariah had called and told me that she was coming home because she wanted to talk to me about something. Then later on, I got a call from her cousin that told me she thought the police had pulled her over. And I needed to come see because she thought they were taking her car. So when I got out and went up, the police wasn't pulling. There was police everywhere, but they wasn't pulling her over. Her car was parked there, but she was already gone when I got there. She had a little guy friend that she was going with. He was there, and him and his mother, because she sent me to the service station. And when I got there, she wasn't at the service station. She was in front of the laundromat right there by the bank. And I guess in between my going back and forth, I must have missed them coming to pick her up. But then I went, they told me when I got there that I need to go to the hospital. They could tell me what was going on.
Again, that's Mariah Henderson's grandmother. This is a case that dates back to October of 2020. It's one that here at Mid-Michigan Now we've been following since then. Again, most recently, I talked to police and they say that they are still looking for information into this shooting. Mariah later died from her injuries after she was shot after leaving that gas station on Flint's north side. This story, it's for Unsolved Mid-Michigan. It's actually going to air tomorrow night, so you can see more information about this and what Mariah's grandmother had to say. I have another preview clip about Mariah as well.
When I got to the hospital and got situated, the lady said that her heart, she was living when they got there, and they tried to get her heart to jump start, and it didn't jump back on. It didn't start back up, that she had passed. But I didn't get to see her or anything because they said that wasn't allowed. They just asked me to identify tattoos or something that she might have had on her body.
What was that moment like for you as her grandmother?
I was just in shock. I was really scared. I was really scared because all her life she's been up here with me.
Just an absolutely devastating and heartbreaking situation because her grandmother told me that she doesn't have any answers as to who would do this to Mariah, her granddaughter, who grew up here in Flint. Mariah's mother actually moved out of state, so it was on her grandma, who was taking care of her ever since she was younger. And then this happens October 12th of 2020. So I talked to Alma, and she said that she just wants answers as to who did this. And if you have any information, you can obviously leave a tip anonymously at crimestoppersofflint.com, or you can call 1-800-422-5245. There you can submit any information that you have that could lead to an arrest in this case. I'm going to take you back to the Crime Stoppers website, because on the website you can see all the cases, and that's where Mariah's case is highlighted, but you can submit the tips right here. So if you click here, it'll take you to this form, and it just asks you information. And again, this is all anonymous, so no one will find out about this. This is on Crime Stoppers website. So crimestoppersofflint.com. There you can submit a tip, or you can call. Either way, completely anonymous, and you can go here to the homicides, and that's where Mariah's case, as well as so many other cases, are highlighted, asking for information. These are all unsolved homicides that have happened in Genesee County and, of course, Flint. Tonight, we are just focusing on the Mariah Henderson case, which, again, that happened October 6th of 2020. Mariah had left the gas station on Flint's north side, and that's when she was shot and later died from her injuries. So just a tragic situation right there. And this story will air in Unsolved Mid-Michigan tomorrow night on Mid-Michigan Now, so you can catch that on TV. But if you miss it, we'll also have the web story on our website, midmichigannow.com. And I just want to remind everyone again, the number to call Crime Stoppers is 1-800-422-5245. So 1-800-422-5245. You'll see more about the Mariah Henderson case and how we've been covering it since 2020 tomorrow night on Mid-Michigan Now. That'll do it for this week's Crime Unveiled with Courtney Bennett. Thanks for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your evening.